You want to know a secret, what we can call a poppable mind hack, a shortcut, I don't know, a tool, a utility, whatever the fuck you want to label this thing as. Something that you can use in your own life that you can say Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, and one of the main people that I actually learned this from is Tony Robbins. Something that he calls the laser, the fucking laser to human consciousness. To the things that are going to allow you to create the life you want, to give people the kind of feelings that you want them to give them, to challenge the world upward and create this better version for everyone. Because that is all we really want for ourselves, right? We want to express our best version of ourselves at the same time while challenging everyone upward so that way we know they are performing at their best and absolute core, their heart, at their potential. For their own life. You want them to have the same results that you have, right? Okay. Now, this thing that we're talking about, this laser to the human consciousness is very I said it twice, specific utility. One very highly underrated tool that only like the top 1% of 1%, I suppose you could say, of people who think about it and who actually know about it and who actually utilize it on a daily basis they create massive change for themselves. And then via the answers, the responses, whatever they feel from these compelled feelings that they get from these actions, they create change. What is this thing? This thing is a question. Asking yourself very pertinent questions. Excuse me. Throw me out there. Asking yourself very, very, very pertinent questions that which are related towards your specific situation right now. Whether it's your health, your wealth, your self, your sex, your relationships, your purpose, your vision. I don't know. Whatever this thing is, right? And I know it sounds silly. I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds like, what? That can't be it. No, dude, Gil, no, what the fuck, Gil? That can't be it, right? Well, I got something to tell you, dude. It is it. Now, here's the trick. Here's where everybody fucks up, and they don't really realize how silly that they have been using this little tool, this little misunderstood fact, this little dynamic, this little, what do you want to call this, construct. Asking questions cannot just be like asking silly, stupid questions like, what can I eat? What should I eat today? That's a very basic way of using a question. You need to learn how to break it down to its most basic and most core, most structured, formulaic form so that way you, in your own life, in whatever dynamic you want to go, health, wealth, self, sex, purpose, vision, whatever you want to call it, so that way you can break it down and you can create. You can find it. You can really hone in like a fucking laser into your own human consciousness and find these answers, whether it's on purpose as conscious, like looking around for these answers, or it happens by accident via like serendipity. Serendipity meaning like when sometimes just life gives you the answer even though you weren't fucking looking for it. I'm pretty sure you're used to that. I get it a lot. It happens a lot when you're actually a man on his path, a man of action, a man of purpose, a being who's always on his man in fucking motion. We broke this down earlier. So, how are we going to use a question for your own life right now, like today, before you jump into the second half of the video where we talk about the one thing and we go into the FSMCD #1 success fucking acronym? How are you going to use it? Okay, I realize also I don't have a mic on, so I'm just going to keep going. Like, hit me right now, okay? But here's one thing that I do when it comes to my business of GF Peak Performance and like just the development of it every day, and along with like my own personal development when it comes to making decisions. And maybe I don't have enough money for a bill and I'm like, shit, how am I gonna allocate a certain amount of money towards that so that way I can still make a payment, whatever the fuck it is. Or maybe it's just like myself, my own life, like when it comes to women, when it comes to friends, like who am I gonna be hanging around with? All of it comes down in my life and your life and everybody's fucking life about questions and answers and decisions, priority, and then overall, all of it fucking action. Massive action. The thing that separates everybody else, the 1%, the top 1% against the 99% of average society is their actions and the speed of implementation of their actions. If you've got the 4x-Focus Mastery course, then you're going to see another video in there that talks about speed of implementation. We don't fuck around. They don't fuck around. They make decisions instantly because the time is now. The moment is now. The time to create is now. You in this physical form is not going to last very long. I mean, maybe you live to 100 years old, but that idea, it's only here briefly. We talked about it in the Pablo Picasso section. Did we pass that already? No. We talked about in the Pablo Picasso section of this training. We don't know how it starts. We don't know where it comes from. Really, we just have an idea and you build from there. Okay, so it is very limited. As soon as it comes in there, it's gone at the same time. So you need to act on it. We need to act on it. We got to keep fucking going because we're men of action. All right? Gosh damn, it looks so good. Like so fantastic. Anyways, besides that, here's one of the main questions that I actually ask myself and that you can use and we're going to utilize besides the training on the left. Is it over there? Hold on. It's over there. Might be on the left, over here or over there. I don't quite remember because of the reference of my camera, but it doesn't matter. Question that you will be asking. There are two forms of question that you will be asking yourself right now are these. What do I legitimately have to do right now that is going to forward my business and profits? That's the number one priority question if you're going to be, if you're creating a business, if you are a self-made man, if you're just trying to develop your wealth, you can always turn that around, that question. You can reflip it to go like, what can I legitimately do right now that is going to forward my fitness to the next fucking level in my life? What can I do right now that is going to turn it around? What can I do? Let's turn it around. What can I do right now for myself that's going to allow me to gain more confidence so I can talk to those women? Who do I have to study? Who's the best in this field that I can look into? What mentor can I follow? How consistently can I talk to them? Can I follow their followers and hit up their followers and eventually, hopefully, not even hopefully, through my constructed and protracted struggle and action taking daily, who can give me the most value and how can I bring that value to myself? All right? Now, if you think about everything I just said, those are all fucking questions. Those are strong, purpose-filled questions. Not stupid, dumb questions that give you almost no purpose and they only serve one meaning, which is to be temporary and fleeting. Okay? Questions like those are simple. They're there for daily, simple life so that way you can get along and you can follow on a little stream of life and you can get what everything life is going to give you. What life is going to, give you. If you want more in your own life, you have to really dig. You have to experience these things. Sometimes you'll fuck up. Sometimes you'll go hard. Sometimes you might smack and hit the floor. It's going to happen. That's totally fine. It doesn't mean you're wrong. It just means you came to the wrong conclusion. Or you came to the, I suppose I said the wrong conclusion. And then that means you have to rearm yourself so you can keep going. Okay, so that was one question. At least that I use in my own business, it goes like this. What do I legitimately have to do right now that is going to, forward my business and profits? Now, as I said, you can break that down. You can restructure it in any form that you want. Totally fine. Now, the second question, because that was the first one, the second question that goes a step beyond that one is like this. What is the one thing that is going to be my moneymaker? It's cool because I can use the word moneymaker in both wealth generation, wealth creation. You can use it in fitness. You can use it in self. You can use it in relationships. It doesn't matter, but I'm going to rephrase it for you just because I over-deliver. I love you, and we're going to keep going. So it says, what is the one fucking thing? I should go like that because that's two. One fucking thing that is going to be your moneymaker. So if we rephrase that, what is the one fucking thing that's going to be your game changer? That's going to make all of this change. If it doesn't make the change instantly, what is the one thing that you can do right now? Not two things, not three things, not five things. What is the one thing that you can do right fucking now that will get your ball going? That will take you at least out of the position that you're in right now that is holding you back and allow you to move forward more progressively in your own life. from that step forward, one step at a time. Remember, that's how this battle goes. Sometimes it's not all at once. It's just one step, one foot in front of the other, and that's how it goes. So those are real fucking powerful fucking questions, all right? Now, if you want me to be honest, I'm going to be open and honest with you. I'm going to go through those questions right now, one more time. That's two. One more time, okay? But I'm going to answer them in my own business, my own response, okay? And based off these questions, when I wrote them, because they're right actually behind me, I have them hanging up. Behind me, when I wrote them, they were different specific tasks. They're already fucking done now. Can you believe that? By the time of this shooting, I've already completed them. But I'm going to read, I just haven't taken them off. Stupid ass. So I'm not a stupid ass. Sometimes I'm lazy. I'm busy. I'm always moving. I don't have time to like peel off stupid little things on my wall. So here's what those questions are again, related to my own business. What do I legitimately have to do right now that is going to forward my business in profits? That was the first question. Second question. What is the one thing that I can do that is going to be my moneymaker? Okay. Now, the answer to those, I had three of them at the time. It was focus on completion of your funnels. That's one. Second answer is market them. Sell. Fucking sell. Two. And three, make money. Okay? That's it. That is it. Questions, answers, action, and don't stop. Keep going. Keep fucking going. Remember, as Pablo Picasso said, or what Benjamin Franklin did, what Dwayne Johnson does in the morning, to prime himself in that fucking state, what you're going to do to prime yourself in that goddamn state that we're going to win with. It just starts with an idea. We build from there. Close it. Close all of these tabs. This is us developing that closer's mentality for our life so that we can get and find out whatever that result it is we want to get for ourselves. If you fail, sometimes you fail. That's totally fine, but you need to keep moving forward because we love ourselves. I love myself. Say it one more time. I love myself. Like that, okay? I'm Gil Franklin, America's premier self-awareness coach for a man. Bam, fist bump. And I'll see you in the next